All right, Shalom. This is Brother Kashakwala.
And Brother Zakaria.
First and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And today, we're going to jump into a quick lesson because I was at work the other day and, oh my gosh, my coworkers were talking about the show The Walking Dead. You know, I just, chimed in a little bit here and there. Not too much. Kept it cordial. If I was spoken to, I spoke back, obviously, what I think about the show, whatever. But someone brought up the question, and this is where I shut the hell up. Someone brought up the question that says, if y'all are in a predicament as in the Walking Dead predicament, or like the movie The Road, or the movie The Book of Eli, and if you were in that predicament where it was life or death situations and you're down to your last resort, would you resort to eating another human? And it was crazy because about 80% of the people in there said, yes, I would eat another human. And I was like, man, that's your last resort. Well, I know my first and last resort is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But them eating humans, that's in the scriptures because they're going to do that. Okay, people aren't going to last 5 minutes in Jacob's trouble before they start eating people. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop it off with Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 54. Go ahead, brother.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you in very delightful, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Okay, and that you can even going towards a man like leaving his household, everything that's going on today. But you can go to verse 55 because this is going to hit the point of the matter.
Verse 55, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
You see, for the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. Okay, go ahead.
Because he have nothing left him in the siege, and in the straitness.
Straightness meaning like you're in a rough place. Okay, go ahead.
Wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee and all thy gates.
See, that's the exact example of what they were talking about. So when you're in a bad situation, a last resort, you're in distress, when your enemy is coming, like down the street right after you, you know what I'm saying? You're in straitness, okay? You're under siege, all right? And they're saying, would you resort to eating a human? It says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, okay? So keep going.
Verse 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
That's what you see today with these nigger women, okay? And up here, verse 54 is talking about these nigger men, okay? And also verse 55 talking about these nigger men, but also you can apply it to how everybody's going to be when they catch distress and when they're in a predicament of straightness, which means in a rough spot. So go to verse 57.
Verse 57, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear.
That's right. So it says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, meaning she just labor at conception, popped out a baby, okay? And toward her children which she shall bear. Go ahead.
For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straightness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
That's right. Another predicament, and that shows that the goddamn nigger women and you nigger heathen women. Well, just heathen women, but you could add nigger heathen women to that too.
Yeah, God.
Y'all gonna eat y'all babies. Y'all gonna eat other human beings when what happens? When a siege happens, which is about to come, which is that martial law in Jacob's trouble, in the straightness, and wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Okay, you have your apocrypha on you, brother?
I do.
I think go to Second Ezra's. I want to say 16, but we're gonna go real quick because these dudes were really talking about eating another human being when it came. Ultimately it boils down to them not having faith, and I was recognizing that. And the whole time they were talking that, man, I was sitting up praising to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, thanking him that he gave me his name in this word.
God, I'm here, bro.
Okay, let's see. 1 second. No, 15. Salat.
God, good.
Yup. All right. Because 2nd Ezra's chapter 15, you start at 14. Salat. Let me pull it up so the brothers, the Akim, can see it on the screen.
God.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra's chapter 15, verse 14. Go ahead, bro.
God, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
That's right. Their sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And that's that straightness and that siege that's coming after them, that the enemies are coming with. Go ahead.
God, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's right. One people shall stand up and fight against another, race riots with swords in their hands. So their guns and their AKs in their hands. Okay. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among
which
men.
Means like a separation or a division. Go ahead.
Come on. And invading one another.
They invading one another. So in invading one another implements cannibalism.
Come.
Okay, go ahead. Because they're going to go into each other's house because there ain't going to be no food. And they're going to kill each other and eat their arms and legs. So go ahead.
God. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
So forget these senators and these governors and all that. So go ahead.
In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's right. So they're going to do what they want. Okay? They're going to do what they want. You can read further into that if you want to, because it talks about how they're going to spoil their goods for a lack of bread. But we're talking about, in this case, goddamn cannibalism, because it's going to come down to that. As there's a research study. Let me see if I can find it, matter of fact. 9 days, people will eat each other. Let's see. Nah, but there was a study that said if the humans go without food for 9 days, they will resort to cannibalism. Okay? This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 10. And it reads, the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. It says the daughter of my people, so the Israelites. Okay? So that's what's about to happen too. It says the pitiful woman have sodden. That word sodden means to boil. Okay? When you go back to Genesis, I think the 25th chapter, it talks about how Jacob sod pottage. It was S-O-D. So he was boiling, or he was stirring up. He was making a stew. How do you make a stew? You got to put it in a pot, turn that joker up, and the water boils, make a stew. Okay? That's what these goddamn women and these nigga men are going to do in that day. It says the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. Okay? Yeah, it's talking about the nigga women's going to, boil their own children for a lack of bread. But guess who's going to be right there eating it with them? The nigga man. Okay? They're going to cook little Tyrone and little Ray Ray real goddamn quick. Okay? And that's the same thing they were talking about at my job, man. I'm like, these niggas is bugged out. Call halal, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Akakadash, for giving me the name, for giving this brother the name, all the sincere Akim the name, because his name is a strong tower. And who runneth in it shall be safe. We might as well get it. I think that's Proverbs.
It's in Proverbs I read that yesterday too.
I think it's like Proverbs 11 something like that. I might be tripping. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's in the book of Proverbs. Let me
Yeah.
see.
But you know, he gave us his name, and now we're I found it.
Con.
Yeah, there we go. Proverbs 18:10. All right.
I got you, bro.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Con. Proverbs 18 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
That's right. The righteous run into it and it's safe, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when you call on his name, man, you ain't no resorting to cannibalism. He's gonna get you up out of the predicament. He's gonna get you up out of the straightness when the enemies are coming right at you, man. So, do you have any closing remarks, or do you want to say anything to expound, bro?
And that goes back, to us brothers, man, the icon. That's why, faith is the key. Because, when you have faith and you call on a name, the Lord's going to get you out of that situation. It says that in the book of Sirach, too, to fear the Lord and all those things. And he's going to get you out of these certain situations.
That's right.
He might have a bird just drop some food for you, anything,
Mm-hmm. I think that's what he did to, I forgot what prophet, but he had a raven come and give him food every day.
Oh, yeah,
And then I think in the book of Exodus, they got fed quail. The quail literally was like, eat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, eat me. You know what I'm saying? It was, I think said it was like quail from as far as the eye can see. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah, I got this right quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 2. And I'll just go to verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
There it is right there,
You keep reading.
Yeah, I got you. Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall.
Mm-hmm.
Ye that fear the Lord, believe him,
Mm-hmm.
and your reward shall not fail.
Mm-hmm.
Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
That's right. So there you go. If you feel, keep where you at, because we're gonna skip down and see what happens when you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you skip down to verse 12. Just hold verse 12. Yeah, verse 13 on deck. Okay.
All right,
because if you fear the Lord and you believe in Him, He's gonna do that. He's gonna defend you. So get verse 13.
And going down to verse 13. Mm-hmm. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted.
So lukewarm, you're weak-minded, you don't believe. Go ahead.
For he believeth not.
Well, there you go. Go ahead.
Therefore shall he not be defended.
That's right. So, I came up with this phrase, niggas are going to go into the day of Jacob trouble playing Russian roulette with the fully loaded chamber. Because they were faint-hearted and they never believed. Therefore, they're not going to be defended. When Esau comes with this weird-ass technology that he's about to release and show what he really got, y'all are not going to be defended. Y'all going to have y'all goddamn 9mm pistol and a machete to cut a leg off of a human to eat. But the men of the Lord are going to have Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And y'all going to be left out there, man.
They're going to be outside that strong tower, being carnal and shit.
Knocking on Noah's Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's raining. Well, I'll try to tell y'all, but y'all don't want to listen. I'm not opening this door back up. Play what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So, that's about all we wanted to come with, man. And this is, a testimony of what I saw at my job, man. These dudes are not dudes, but these people out here, man, they done for it. They're done for it. They literally said it out of their mouth that they would resort to eating a human being, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, our great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144. This is Brother Kashakwala.
And Brother Zakaria.
Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, we want to say Shalom.
Shalom.